YouTube? Today, one last time with the Zekrom team featuring Choice Scarf, Tapu Fini, some Kartana action, Alolan Marowak, and Mandibuzz, some really fun Pokemon. And if you want to try out this team, make sure you grab it. You have 2 weeks to grab this team right here, and then it will be gone forever. But there is a placement down below, and be sure to keep an eye out for the team builder if you want to know how I made the team. It will be coming out in the next couple of days. But as always, if you do enjoy the videos, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And of course, you can check out my social medias down below, my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and my Twitch channel where I do live stream. All of those will be in the description down below. But otherwise, let's get started and play some games. All right, Dragonite, Calyrex, Shadow Rider, the Whimsicott, Ditto, Entei, and Rillaboom. Mandibuzz looks pretty good here. Mandibuzz looks pretty dang good here. Okay, so what do I want to go specifically here? Mandibuzz. The Dragonite is actually a little bit of an issue. We do have Zekrom though, which actually is pretty decent against my opponent's team overall. I do like Mandibuzz. Maybe Marowak. Marowak's pretty good offensively, but the problem is I don't like it against Dragonite and Calyrex. Do I like Landorus? It just only helps maybe rocks. Intimidate doesn't even help me because it's inner focus stuff. So maybe I don't need Landorus in this matchup. I probably don't need Landorus in this matchup. So I bring Mandibuzz for sure. I think Zekrom. I don't want to bring a lead that's too weak to Calyrex stuff. I do have Dragon Claw and Zekrom, which is also nice here. And Tapu Fini and Marowak, I think. The only problem with my lead is I'm double weak to Fairy, and Whimsicott is probably leading here. That's my only concern, but I think I can play around it. I don't think Kartana is good in this matchup. It does not help against my opponent's team. Ditto can actually be potentially scary because of the fact that it can transform into my Zekrom, which actually does pretty well against my team. Although I do have Marowak to probably counter. I think I have Mons that counter basically everything other than Scarf Ditto, because Scarf Ditto can actually screw me up, especially if it transforms into my Fini. We're gonna see the Whimsicott lead with the Entei right here. Okay. Wonder if it's Choice Scarf on the... I wonder if it's Choice Scarf on the Entei right here. I do want... Can I double switch here, actually? I probably can. I don't think it's bad to double switch here. I actually will go for it because I think it is an okay play right here. Because I did want to lead Marowak because I didn't think they were going to lead the Calyrex, but I'm always worried about the Calyrex lead. So I think I am going to go Marowak, and I will go my Tapu Fini here just because I think it's really great offensively right here. I wonder if they Moonblast right away, if they go for Tailwind. And what does Entei do here? I hope it's not Stomping Tantrum into Marowak. Maybe I should swap the order. Stone Edge. Okay. So it's Choice Scarf. We confirmed that. It does outspeed my Fini. We are going to see a Moonblast come out of Fini as well. Okay. So that is interesting. We know it's Choice Scarf Entei with Stone Edge. All right, I think I'm gonna go for Shadow Bone plus a Muddy Water right here into Whimsicott. I think Whimsicott's way scarier than Entei realistically because of the Moonblast pressure. Having the Misty terrain up is pretty nice. Oh, we're gonna see Helping Hand. Is this Helping Hand Stone Edge? Oh, I didn't consider that. My Fini is actually faster than Entei though. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, so I am able to get a big Muddy Water off into the Entei. That's huge. That's good damage into Entei and an accuracy drop. The Stone Edge is lower, but it still hits into Marowak. Okay, do I live? I do live. Marowak being bulky right here, and that's actually a really good survival. We will get a Shadow Bone off into the Whimsicott. Doesn't pick up a knockout, but I think that's fine in the long term. So yeah, because if the back Pokemon are Calyrex and something else, I think I'm fine. So I think I'm gonna Muddy Water again, and I am gonna Shadow Bone the... Shadow Bone or Flare Blitz here? I kind of want a Flare Blitz. I think Flare Blitz is better actually into Entei in case Rillaboom comes in for a slot here, because I'm faster than Whimsicott and I'm faster than Entei with Scarfini. Muddy Water threatens to knock down both of them. Whimsicott has to Tailwind and Entei has to Stone Edge, which I don't think knocks out Fini at the range it's at. The only way you could survive is by either Tailwinding, sacrificing, or by going out into Rillaboom, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We are going to see the swap from Entei. Is that going to be Rillaboom? Ditto. Oh, I got Shadow Boned. But I mean, Muddy Water still... Muddy Water and the Flare Blitz still KO? Tailwind comes out. Okay. We do land a Muddy Water. Fantastic. I actually do prefer... Okay, so what's actually nice about this position... Do I go down to Flare Blitz Recoil? I think I barely miss it. Accuracy drop doesn't matter into Marowak in that position because Flare Blitz would KO anyway, especially with Ditto's low HP. So Flare Blitz is going to KO Marowak. Can I KO my own recoil? Because I'd rather get the free switch to Mandibuzz than having Marowak on the field because of the Calyrex. Okay, nice. That's actually really good for me. Okay. That's really solid for me. Now I can get Mandibuzz with the Misty Seed up. So the Calyrex isn't as much of a threat right here. So we will see the Entei come out. We will see the Calyrex come out. And I wonder if you're going to go for Sacred Fire Burn at this point. I could probably... I'm thinking about going to Zekrom, but I don't think that's worth it here. I don't know if Calyrex is actually going to attack here or if it's going to just go for a Protect, for instance. I think I can go for Muddy Water right here. And I think I can go for Foul Play into Entei as well, because I think Entei is going to do way more than Calyrex is with my Misty Seed boost, even with the boost that it gets. So we are going to see Stone Edge into Mandibuzz. Ooh, that's a crit! Oh no. Alright, here comes Astral Barrage. Oh, Mandibuzz took that way worse than I thought. Oh no. Oh, I think it's Sash Calyrex too. Oh no, I think this is a... Oh, this isn't pleasant. I don't think this is pleasant, unfortunately. We will go out into our Zekrom. We will go for the Bolt Strike right here. Maybe it's Scarf. No, we know it's Scarf Entei. We know it can't be Scarf Calyrex. We don't know what the Calyrex's item is. I'm going to Roost in case they get greedy for some reason and Bolt Strike. I'm pretty sure we're going to get double knocked out here. But then again, it's not Life Orb. So maybe I can live. But it looks like Specs maybe. Yeah, this Pokemon's dumb. Oh, it cured my Zekrom. I actually don't know if Zekrom would have lived. I think it's Specs because it did so much damage to Mandibuzz. It did so much damage to Mandibuzz. I actually don't know if that's Specs based on the damage because the Misty Seed boost even then. So that was very unlucky with getting crit, but I think I could have probably played around it. I thought I foul played an Entei stock because I was hoping because they had to hit Stone Edge and crit it, which I was like, I think it was my best boss to target the Entei because if I don't target the Entei and it can get a little bit tricky because Entei does the most damage to my Mandibuzz. I was hoping that even if they do get the rare crit, I was hoping that I could lift Stone Edge plus 2 Astral Barrages, but that was not the case. And yikes, that Pokemon is super scary. I think overall though, what was the one turn that I messed up? I mean, Flare Blitz was actually a good spot. Muddy Water position with Fini. I guess maybe lead wise I could have done better. Was I supposed to Snarl that one? I don't know about Snarl because I don't think Snarl. I think maybe Foul Play. The only problem is if Calyrex is Sash because we never found out the items in that game for Whimsicott or Calyrex unless it is Specs, but I really again can't tell based on the damage. If it's Specs, I think Foul Play just Oko's Calyrex and I should be able to pick up a knockout, which would be the play there. But then again, if well, Entei has a Stone Edge to Fini, right? But then again, it could dodge Muddy Water. Yeah, there's a lot. I think there's a lot of odds to that game, so I don't know which exactly would be the best odds of winning that game. But yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Today's video is brought to you by Keeper Security. Keeper Security is one of the world's most trusted password managers as well as ways to protect your computer from cybersecurity threats. If you're interested in protecting your computer and your phone from potential threats, make sure you go check out the link down below for 30% off with the code BEASTCOAST. All right, we have a Zacian team featuring Pelipper, Landorus Incarnate Form, Thunderous Fairy, and the Incineroar, and Rillaboom. Now, Zekrom's actually pretty good in this matchup. Thunderous is actually pretty interesting. Volt Absorb normally, but Zekrom does bypass it here, so that is actually pretty nice. What do I want to go here? Because the Marowak's really annoying. I mean, not Marowak. My Marowak's pretty good, but there is the Pelipper and the Landorus, which are quite difficult, I think, overall. I think Fini is a pretty decent lead here. I like Landorus a lot as a lead here, too. Landers with Marowak potentially could be really solid here. There is, however, the Pelipper, so I do gotta watch out for that. Maybe like Fini. Fini is not a bad lead here. Fini Landers doesn't seem bad, so I think I am gonna go Fini Landers actually. I think it's pretty solid. I really do like the Marowak, and I think I'm gonna bring Zekrom. No Tailwind. I'm gonna rely on top of Fini a bit more, but I think it's okay for the most part. I really do like Zekrom. Its damage output is pretty good here, even through a Intimidate from Incineroar. Imprison can actually come out really handily here, depending on the situation, especially the protects on the Pelipper and the Landers, because I want to try to snipe Landers so my Marowak can do better in this matchup. I don't know if they're going to bring Pelipper. We'll find out, but we'll see. I do want to lead Landers is because I think they do lead Zacian, and I do want to lower that damage output immediately. So let's see what's going to be brought here from our opponent. I don't know. I don't think you're going to bring Thunderous. We could see though, and I'm not sure. Rillaboom probably, but we're going to see the Incineroar and Zacian lead, which is completely fine here, because I do lead my Tapu Fini plus my Landers right away. So not bad for our turn 1 lead. We do get the Terrain up and the Intimidate off. So the Zacian is at neutral. Our power is going to do a good amount to the Zacian as well. Now the question is, what do I exactly want to do here? Do I want to stay in with Tapu Fini? I have a pretty safe switch actually. Marowak doesn't seem like a terrible switch at all here, and it catches Rillaboom potentially on the switch as well, which is pretty handy. So I am really thinking about going out into the Marowak here. I could also just go for Muddy Water right away, but I feel like Behemoth Blade is going to do a ton of damage to Tapu Fini, where I don't think it's really worth it. So the question here is also, do I want to go for an Earth Power? Do I want to go for a Protect with Landers? Because it could be annoying if the Zacian does set up, so I'm not exactly too sure. I could get up my Stealth Rocks right away as well. I think I'd rather go for the Earth Power. Getting rid of Zacian early on, and I did EV the Landers specifically for Behemoth Blades, so I am going to go for the Earth Power right away. We'll see how it goes. I'll go into Marowak. Getting any chip on these Zacian's huge anyway. We're going to see Fake Out come out. It does target the Fini slot, which is awesome, so there is that. And it is going to be Swords Dance coming out from the Zacian, so that's actually pretty nice. The Zacian's going to be a +2, but I do get a good amount of damage into the Zacian. Look at that damage. That is pretty good damage right there. Now the question is, what does Incineroar do? So we know that these are going to be probably, I'd say, Protect from Zacian, and I'd say Parting Shot from Incineroar, maybe to bring out something. So I kind of want to double Protect to scout for that Protect. I don't mind training Landers if I am able to knock out Zacian. Let's see if they go hard into Rillaboom. Hard into Rillaboom would be a good play, but I still think it'd be fine at the end of the day, because I'd still probably be able to snipe the Zacian. So we are going to see, yep, the Protect from Zacian. Perfect. That's awesome. As we do protect our Landers right here. The question is, do I want to save Landers or not? I think double Protect here, because I did expect Protect Parting Shot to reposition here. Let us see. It is Growth Chop actually. Okay, so they were trying to weaken Marowak, which is fine too. I don't mind that. So now in a pretty good spot. I can go for Flare Blitz right away. Go for the knockout on Zacian. Do I want to conserve Landers is the question. Is it as valuable to me? It does help against the Incineroar, but I don't think it's necessary actually. So I'm just going to go for the double up into the Zacian in case they double up my Marowak slot. And yeah, I'm okay with training Landers here, because Landers doesn't really do that much. It does have a switch and roll, but I don't think it's necessary. So let's see how this is going to go, and then I can bring in my Zekrom potentially and just start doing a bunch of damage to their team. So I wonder if Rillaboom has knockoff. I think that's the big question I really need to know, because it can affect my Marowak immensely with the Fit Club. We're actually going to see the swap here. So what's coming in is going to take a big amount of damage. It's going to be the Landers, which is fine for me actually, because Flare Blitz is going to do a ton of damage as they go for Growth Chop into Marowak, which isn't going to be able to two-shot, but with the Flare Blitz recoil, it probably does. So here comes a Flare Blitz into the Lander slot. Does a good amount of damage. That is a solid amount of damage. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm going to protect Marowak here, and I think I'm going to go Tapu Fini. It just seems like a very safe play. I could have U-turned. Maybe I should have U-turned actually. I think U-turn the Incineroar was fine. I got a little bit of chip, but I think, yeah, I might have jumped the gun. I think U-turn was better. I do think U-turn was better. I just wanted to get Tapu Fini in for the Muddy Water, because I can pressure with Muddy Water and I am Choice Scarf, so I should be able to outspeed both of these Pokemon and go for a Muddy Water. Then next turn, maybe get back in Landers for the Intimidate. What's really nice is I just weakened that Zacian. I don't think it's in Muddy Water range, unfortunately, but it's still pretty good damage right here. So I am okay with this. I got pretty big Pokemon that threaten my Zekrom weakened, and that's always nice to see here. We're actually going to see a double out here into Zacian, which is fine. Okay. So Zacian's going to come out here. That's okay. We are going to see the boost right here. I will try to intimidate that once again. We are going to bring out our Tapu Fini right here. I wonder if it's Parting Shot. Parting Shot would be interesting. I do go for the Protect with Marowak. Let's see if it's Parting Shot. It's Throat Chop once again. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. I think now Marowak's too threatened, I think, at this point. I'm going to go Landorus here. I think Landorus is pretty solid here, and going for a Moonblast right here is pretty okay. I think Incineroar can go for Parting Shot here. I could see Rillaboom Heart Switch if they go for it, and I think if that's the case, that's fine as well, because I can still have some good positioning. Maybe Zekrom wasn't the best Pokemon to be brought here because, well, it was good for Pelipper, which I still think is a Pokemon that is actually problematic to my team. So if there is Pelipper in the back, Zekrom's actually going to help out immensely. But I'm feeling maybe a potential Rillaboom. They don't have the best answers for Fini, but I am going to go Landorus. I actually have no idea how much Tapu Fini is going to take from Behemoth Blade, because I have never really used a non-bulky Tapu Fini against a Zacian. We'll see if it occurs here. We do get a Muddy Water off. Good damage going to be coming out here. Could be a Behemoth Blade in the Tapu Fini, and I don't know what Incineroar does here. We'll find out, I guess. We are going to see a Berry come out from the Incineroar. Okay. And Throat Chop and Behemoth Blade. Swords Dance. That's greedy. Okay. That is a greedy play. But they do Parting Shot out. Okay. Dang, that was really greedy. I could have KO'd with Marowak right there. Let's see if it's going to be Rillaboom again, because if it isn't Rillaboom, I think they're in a lot of trouble, actually. I do think they're in a lot of trouble. Let's see. If it isn't Rillaboom, I'd be scared for them. Last Pokemon. Thundurus. Interesting. But Thundurus is fine. We have a Marowak. So this is where Lightning Rod Marowak comes in handy. So we can go into Marowak very safely and just go for Muddy Water. And maybe Choice Scarf Sludge Bomb could be a thing. That's probably the scariest thing. Maybe I jumped the gun too much there, but then again, there isn't really much I could do there. The best I could really do with Landorus is maybe get a U-turn off, but am I going to be risking the Thunderbolt? I don't think so. I might as well get a Marowak anyway. It's better positioning than what I have currently, but we'll see. We'll see. I wonder if the Thundurus will... I don't know if it had Discharge. I kind of doubt it, but who knows? Maybe Electro Up. Electro Up could be something that it could have right here. I also do have to have Muddy Water on Zacian if it doesn't protect this turn, or if Fini's still alive and able to get Muddy Water off outspeeding Zacian, I need to hit the next turn. So we're going to see Psychic come out. Okay, it's going to target Marowak. We also confirm it's Scarf because it did outspeed my Fini and it did outspeed the Zacian. So Marowak goes down completely fine. Please land Muddy Water onto Zacian. We do land both. Awesome. So that's the Choice Scarf, Muddy Water, able to knock out the Zacian, and good damage to Thundurus. Very solid damage to Thundurus. Now, Zekrom, I think. I could go Landorus here too. Landorus isn't bad because I could get my Rocks up, and Rocks is actually pretty tempting right here. Who was in the back? We saw Lando. Okay, yeah, Landorus, because Incineroar has to come out. If it's not Incineroar, it's going to be Landorus, and Landorus doesn't really do anything in this position. Yep, has to be the Incineroar. And I can bring out my Landorus, and what I can do here is just Stealth Rocks up, and I could swap out Fini, and I kind of like the idea of swapping out Fini right here. It's very safe in my opinion. The Stealth Rocks is going to be big for chipping away these switches, especially since it's Scarf Thundurus and have to lock itself into a move. And Psychic is not really a great move to lock itself into right now, so we'll go for Stealth Rocks here, and we'll swap into the Zekrom. Or should I just go for a Muddy Water here? Maybe just go for Muddy Water. I think it's Fake Out Psychic coming out. I just don't know how much Psychic does. I do kind of need Fini alive more, I think, though. Yeah, I think I need Fini more healthy than I do my Zekrom. Because... oh, they're just going to forfeit. Okay. Because they realize that they probably don't have much positioning that they can go for. Sure, they can Fake Out. I don't know how much Psychic actually does in front of this variant because, again, Non-bulky Fini calcs are screwing me up immensely there, but Stuff Fox would have been coming in handy. The extra chip damage into Thundurus might have been huge, to where maybe another Muddy Water plus U-turn would have been able to pick up a knockout. And the Stealth Rocks, basically, if Incineroar tries to switch out with like Parting Shot, for instance, for repositioning, the Incineroar is going to take another 25%, which does put in range of Muddy Water, as well as probably Bolt Strike from Zekrom even after an Intimidate. So overall, nice Marowak Landers really just pulling through and doing a lot of work. All right, this is an interesting team. Crobat, Regieleki, Indeedee, Entei, Urshifu, and Calyrex Shadow Rider once again. So what do I want to go here? Crobat's interesting. Taunt option is pretty interesting here. Mandibuzz doesn't seem bad here with Marowak. The problem is I have no idea which Urshifu that is. So I do want to lead Mandibuzz Marowak because of the Eleki. Back Pokemon Entei probably for the Urshifu. I don't know if it's water or dark. That's a problem. If it's dark, that's annoying because Wicked Blow's going to do a lot. I think Fini. Kartana just doesn't do well here in this matchup. And the Landorus, I mean, it does well against Eleki, but it doesn't really do well against anything else. So I don't think it's worth it here. We'll see what happens. But overall, game plan wise, we need Mandibuzz relatively healthy. Because Mandibuzz is going to be able to do really well in this game. So that is our win con right here. At least we got 2 Dark Resists. I think I'm more scared of Dark Urshifu than Water Urshifu, but we'll find out what they decide to bring here. Gonna be the Crobat and Water Urshifu. Zekrom lead would be amazing here. Okay. I wonder if it's Super Fang coming out too. Super Fang could be potentially very intimidating. So I'm gonna foul play the Crobat, I think. Turn 1, and I'm gonna go Zekrom. Try to get a Bolt Strike. Trying to put Bolt Strike pressure. I don't know which one of these is Sash, so maybe I should have just went for the Snarl right here. We will retreat our Marowak here. I'm hoping it's not Choice Bandit or Shifu, and it's Super Fang Searching Strikes coming out turn 1. I can see Super Fang coming out turn 1. I don't know if they're going to Tailwind. They could Taunt right here. Yeah, they do Taunt instead. Okay, perfect. That's really good. And Searching Strikes. This should be, I think, in the Marowak, but this could be Mandibuzz. It does target the Marowak slot good, so I don't take too much damage right here, which is nice. And then afterward, I can threaten a Bolt Strike, which is great. So here comes a foul play into the Crobat slot. I wonder if they Tailwind here. I do wonder if they Tailwind. Do I want to stay in? They don't have switches for the Urshifu slot, so I could double it up if I really wanted. The problem is I'm really worried about Super Fang. Super Fang seems really scary here. I kind of rather go Fini here, I think. I'm going to go for a Bolt Strike into Urshifu, I think. Crobat? No, Crobat's more annoying. The Super Fang's really bad for my team overall. I'm going to go for the Crobat. I think Crobat's scarier in the long term. I will bring out the Fini. We also have Choice Scarf Pressure to threaten the Urshifu if this isn't Tailwind for some reason. I think it should be Tailwind, but it could be Super Fang. They might really just want to get rid of Mandibuzz. Yep, Tailwind does come out. Okay. So Tailwind comes out. Let's see what the Urshifu does. It's going to be close combat, actually, into Zekrom, which I don't mind personally. I don't think that's bad for me. Unless I missed a... Oh, I was about to say, I thought I missed a Bolt Strike. Wakanberry from the Crobat, but this is not going to save you from the Bolt Strike coming out, knocking out the Crobat. So Crobat does go down. Excellent. Critical hit does not matter. Even through a Conberry does not matter. So Crobat goes down. Excellent. We do take a Life Orb hit. Let's see who they are bringing. Calyrex? If it's Calyrex, I might just hard swap into Mandibuzz. Looks like Mandibuzz. I mean, yeah, Calyrex. So we'll go for Moonblast into... We have 2 plays. We can protect Zekrom, go hard into Mandibuzz. I just don't know which slot the Urshifu's targeting this turn. I am going to Moonblast, I think, the Urshifu, and I'm going to go Mandibuzz on the swap here because I think that's better in the long term. So we'll see how this goes. Urshifu could be really scary, though, I guess, because I don't know if it has Aqua Jet. We haven't confirmed an item, I think. We saw it's not Scarf, though. Yeah, we did see it was not Scarf because of the fact that the Crobat did outspeed the Urshifu. So we know it's not Scarf, which means it's probably, I'd say Focus Sash. Mystic Water doesn't look like an option because of the Surging Strike. Just it's so little, I think, but who knows. Bring in the Mandibuzz. Get that Misty Seed up while I can in case there is Indeedee in the back. And I'm hoping that I get to get a Moonblast off right here. Ooh, it's detect. Okay. Astral Barrage coming out. Good amount of damage. Okay. It is Life Orb. Okay. How much does a Tailwind do you have left? 2? Yeah, 2. I think I'm going hard into Zekrom here and snarling. Or do I just Moonblast Snarl? Because I always get either the Urshifu, because I don't think Urshifu knocks out Fini at this range. That's actually tough to say if it knocks out Fini at this range, but I think Snarl would knock out the Calyrex as well as break a Sash on Urshifu. I actually do think that's pretty valuable, so I am going to go for it. We're going to see the Calyrex protect, which is fine. Not surprising. Urshifu is going to go for close combat into Mandibuzz. We are going to be able to tank it. All right. Ooh, if it's Alec in the bag, Electro Web into Astral Barrage is going to be scary. We are going to be able to see it is going to be the Focus Sash there. Okay. Let's hit the Snarl. If we don't hit the Snarl, we're actually in a really bad spot. I had to cover for a Calyrex attacking because there was a chance it could. Nice. Okay, so we do knock out the Urshifu. That's really solid right here. But the problem is if I could still lose if it's Eliki, but it's not Eliki in the back. It's Entei in the back. Oh, that's scary. Oh, it had to be Entei. I think I should have roosted then. I should have roosted and maybe hard swapped there. Let's go Marowak, I think. Sack it off here. I think we have to hope for like Entei miss attack right here at this point. Yeah, I think that's going to be the case. I think we have to hope for an Entei to miss its attack. Unless it has Flare Blitz, so that means we're screwed anyway. What's for Extreme Speed? Does Extreme Speed and Astral Barrage KO? I actually think it'll miss a KO. It does survive. That's huge, Mandibuzz. Oh, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. Okay. We are going to be able to get a foul play off into the Calyrex. Okay. Wait, hold on. They misjudged Mandibuzz right there. I guess they don't have Flare Blitz. I'm assuming they're like Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, maybe Stone Edge. All right, let's go Fini. Yeah, let's go Fini right here. And we can go for a Muddy Water into the Entei slot. And we foul play, I think. Is Tailwind over for them? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I can throw out Muddy Water and I can go for a foul play. If they have Snarl, that's fine. Because I think Muddy Water into a -1 Muddy Water should pick up a knockout anyway. They go for Extreme Speed into Mandibuzz. That's okay. As we just have to hit Muddy Waters now. We hit the first one. That's really solid. Okay. Ooh, it's Assault. I think it is Assault Vest. Okay. The terrain disappears though, so I think Zekrom can knock it out with Dragon Claw. This is Life Orb Dragon Claw. So I think as long as I hit Muddy Water, if they target down the Zekrom slot, I do win. I could risk it, but I'd rather take the accuracy odds than me losing guaranteed. So we go for Dragon Claw, we go for Muddy Water here. We're gonna see Extreme Speed does target down the Zekrom. Okay, could have protected if I really wanted to, but I think that's throwing. Muddy Water, we do connect, single target. This could be a Roldo on the Entei. Does it knock out? It does knock out. Nice. Oh, okay. Mandibuzz clutch. We did win on our opponent, I guess, like misjudging the damage output of Entei, the bulk of Mandibuzz, but overall, wow. I think that's harder than I thought. I didn't think the matchup for that would have been as hard. The Crobat was definitely super difficult. The Mandibuzz just came in clutch right there. That Crobat was really annoying. I forgot about potential endgame Entei. I was really thinking it might have been Eliki at that point, but Entei made it difficult because, and also like I was already weakened with my Zekrom. The Marowak, I would have to probably sack it unless I want to sack Fini at that point, which is already super risky as well. There are a lot of things that probably could have gone wrong there. There's also anti-extreme speed that also always handled the Fini. So I don't know. I think I probably weakened myself too early in that game. I think I had to lead off with Zekrom again. I think Zekrom would have been a good lead there just because of the strong Bolt Strike, of course. The threatening the Urshifu would have been huge. And then I think I would have been able to, I don't know. It just really depends on the Crobat. Like, they would obviously play turn 1 differently, I'm assuming. They would be able to Super Fang, double up my Mandibuzz potentially. And Mandibuzz weakened is really bad because of Calyrex being able to clean up the end game otherwise. But then again, I guess I could have had Fini out. I would still had Zekrom probably pretty healthy, and then I could go for like Icy Wind, a Bolt Strike to knock out the Calyrex. So you know what, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. And that is going to be the end of today's episode. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use Zekrom too much. We never got to use the Imprison tech, but overall, it was a fun team. There might have been better options to have on this team overall, but I just wanted to have it for fun. I want to try out some stuff, see how they did in the current meta, and it was still a pretty fun team. I would have liked to get a little bit more of the Choice Scarf Soak action, but still really solid. If you do want to try out, grab the rental team down below. There is a paste bin down below in the description as well if you want to alter it or try it on Pokemon Showdown. And of course, if while you're down there, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. And be sure to keep your eye out for the team builder coming out in the future. It'll be probably up within the next few days of this team if you want to know the thought process that I had while making this team. And of course, be sure to check out my social medias down below, my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch channel where I do live stream, and much more. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you have a great day. And until we battle again, I'll see y'all later.